Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to Connect Scholar. Today we are going to discuss research study designs. Before I get started, I want to thank you all for giving us an amazing response on our previous video, which was on the material and methods of research. If you have yet not checked that video, make sure you click the I button on the top right of your screens. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel Connect Scholar. Let's get started with today's topic now. So what exactly are study designs? Let's understand it. A study design is a structured plan that outlines how a research study will be conducted, which means these are the steps which are defined very thoroughly to make the reader understand how you conducted this research. This portion also tells how you're going to collect your data, measure your data, analyze your data to answer the research questions effectively. Here are the three types of research study designs. First, descriptive studies. Second, analytical studies. And third, experimental studies. All of these types have subcategories which are listed on this slide. We will be discussing all the types of study designs along with all of their subtypes. In the case of descriptive studies, we are going to understand case report, case series, cross-sectional studies, ecological studies. In the case of analytical studies, we will understand cohort, which is further divided into prospective cohort and retrospective cohort, and case control. Lastly, experimental studies, which has other subcategories such as randomized control trials, field trial, and community trials. In today's video, we are discussing all the types of descriptive studies. Analytical studies and experimental studies will be discussed in the part 2 of this video. The first subtype of descriptive study is case report. Let's understand case report. A detailed description of an individual patient's symptoms, diagnosis, and treatment. The purpose of case report is it often highlights unusual or novel cases. For example, reporting a rare side effect of a newly introduced medication in one person. In easy words, we can say that case report is conducted by medical or healthcare team when they identify an individual with a novel or new case, a new symptom, a new condition, and to spread awareness of such a case, this kind of study is conducted, or such a case is studied in depth and highlighted. Next is case series. Case series is the collection of case reports involving patients with a similar diagnosis or condition. We can also say that case series is the plural form of the case report. The purpose of case series is that it helps identify patterns and generate hypotheses for further research. For example, 10 patients with a newly discovered viral infection in the same city. If such a thing is observed, all these cases must be studied in depth and highlighted so that the pattern of disease development can be identified and any further hypothesis can be made for further researches. Next is cross-sectional study. This type of study observes a population at a single point in time to assess the prevalence of a condition or a factor. This study design is usually used in the survey-based researches. The purpose of this kind of study is to measure both the exposure and the outcomes. For example, assessing the presence of smoking and COPD in a group of individuals at the same time. In this example, smoking is the exposure while COPD is the outcome. So we can say that this kind of study was conducted to check whether all the smokers have COPD or not. Lastly, ecological study. This study compares data at the population or group level rather than individual level. The data collected in this type of study is secondary data, which means you don't collect it yourself, but you get your data from a reliable source. For example, collecting data from a hospital. The purpose of this kind of study is that it examines the relationship between exposure and outcome in different groups or regions. So just like in cross-sectional study, we are observing the relationship between exposure and outcome, but in this case, we are also mentioning that this relationship can be compared with other groups and other regions, people from other regions or people from other races and ethnicities. An example of this kind of study can be comparing average air pollution levels and asthma rates between two cities. I hope you will find our today's video and upcoming videos informative. We will be covering the remaining portion of study designs in our next video. Until then, please don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, comment down below, and subscribe to our channel Connect Scholar. You can contact us on the given email address. Thank you so much for watching. Allah Hafiz.